of the contributory pension scheme, you must register with a pension fund administrator of your choice. That is, opening a retirement service account with this particular pension fund administrator. Hello viewers, welcome to Pension Matters, the pension awareness program where we teach you how to contribute successfully into your retirement savings account without stress. My name is Princess Rabi Ibrahim and I'm so glad to have you join us. On today's episode of the program, we'll be discussing licensing of pension fund administrators by the National Pension Commission and supervising these pension fund administrators by the regulatory body, which is the National Pension Commission, PENCOM. For details of this and more, stay with us as the program will continue shortly.
Do you know there is a new pension scheme in Nigeria? It is mandatory, it is contributory, it is fully funded, based on individual retirement savings account. Under the supervision of the National Pensions Commission, the new pension scheme guarantees lifelong financial independence for every citizen of Nigeria in public or private employment. PENCOM says it's a new dawn. Call the National Pensions Commission now or log on to www.pencom.gov.ng for further details. PENCOM, your contribution counts.
Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, you've not missed so much because this is Pension Matters. It's now time for Adanze to tell us what is trailing in the pension industry.
Thank you, Princess. Viewers, welcome to Pension Trail, where we'll give you the latest updates and happenings in the pension industry. I am Adanze Okorocha. On the story today, pension funds not idle, says PENCOM. The National Pension Commission, PENCOM, has said that the 5.3 trillion pension funds are not lying idle in any bank account, as alleged by those who do not understand how contributory pension scheme work. The Director General of PENCOM, Mrs. Chinelo Anohamozu, disclosed this at a media conference in Lagos that all pension funds are invested according to the industry's investment guidelines. On the other hand, contributory pension scheme expanded. The contributors under Pension Reform Act has increased to a high percent growth in the pension scheme. The National Pension Commission, PENCOM, said the expansion in the industry membership was driven by the introduction of the Retirement Savings Account RSA scheme. To cap it up on Pension Trade today, on remittance of pensions reps to probe employers. The non-remittance of 18% compulsory pension contributions of workers to their retirement savings account by some difficult employers has caught the attention of House of Representatives. The members have vowed to probe any organizations that fail to remit their staff pension contributions to pension fund administrators. Well, viewers, this is much we can take on Pension Trade today. Let's get back to Princess.
Thank you very much, Ada, for that wonderful update. Viewers, you are on to Pension Matters, and today we'll be discussing the activities of the Surveillance Department of the National Pension Commission. And to do that with me is Mr. Mohammed Yola Dati. He's the head Surveillance Department of the National Pension Commission. Sir, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, madam.
Nice having you on the program, because I'm going to address certain issues that our viewers have been writing to complain about, how they're treated by the pension fund administrators, and they'd also like to know how their pension fund administrators are licensed. Sir, in the contributory pension scheme in Nigeria, everybody knows that National Pension Commission play the major role in supervising these pension fund administrators. So can you tell us what are the regulatory activities?
Basically, in Surveillance Department, we license, we also monitor you or supervise you from our office, which is called off-site supervision. Then we complement the off-site supervision with what we call on-site supervision, which is visiting the premises and examining the records of these operators to find out whether the records they are sending to us in our offices are really correct and valid. And through a combination of these two mechanisms, on-site and off-site supervision, we are able to determine whether an operator is doing well or is not doing well.
In the case of licensing a PFA, that is a pension fund administrator,
Yes.
I'm sure the PFA, as a company registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission, they must meet certain conditions before National Pension Commission can issue them license to operate as a PFA. What are the, conditions they must meet?
So basically the conditions are that you will have a minimum capital of 1 billion.
Good.
Then you will have a top management in place which is acceptable to the National Pension Commission.
Mm-hmm.
Then you also have a board of directors that meet our fitness and properness requirement.
Great.
So the other point I wanted to say, through a combination of on-site and off-site supervision,
Okay.
we apply what we call resolution
Okay.
mechanism.
I want to find out from you, sir, issuance of guidelines and regulations. This is one thing that is very, very vital and important to our viewers. They want to know, how do you dish out these guidelines and regulations that govern these operators?
We dish out guidelines when, as we operate in the industry, you find out that problems do arise.
Mm-hmm.
Then when such problems arise, in order to attend to those problems, we draft guidelines, and because of our supervisory philosophy of being consultative, we first of all expose it to departments within the commission,
Okay.
for their comments. So when they make comments, we now expose it to the operators for their comments.
Okay.
So once the operators make their comments, we now have a consensus in the industry, and that is why we are consultative. So thereafter, we seek our management approval, and then it becomes a regulation.
When you issue these guidelines to these operators, is a common thing that some of them may not cooperate with the guidelines and the regulations you've laid down to govern them as a supervisory body over the pension industry, especially the contributory pension scheme in Nigeria. How do you deal with such issues?
One thing with the pension industry is that everything is open and transparent.
Great.
So because of that, we have developed a template which we call a sanction regime, which is on our website too. Mm-hmm. So for each offense you commit, it specifies what kind of penalty that will be meted out to you.
Okay.
This could range from monetary penalty, removal from top management, or if you are a director, removal from board, and ultimately, if you are found to be consistent and irredeemable offender, then of course it will lead to the ultimate punishment, which is license withdrawal.
I'm happy that you said, just on a lighter mood, sir.
Yes.
You said that in the pension industry that is transparent.
Yes.
Well, I will just put it this way. In the contributory pension scheme, it's very transparent. Because the old system was not transparent.
It was not.
Just on the lighter mood, sir.
Yes.
So we'll take a short break now. When we come back,
Okay.
we'll continue this program. Viewers, the program is Pension Matters on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA. Today we're discussing issues bordering on guidelines, regulations, and supervision. The National Pension Commission, PENCOM, they're on top of their game, making sure that the contributory pension scheme does not go the same way or the same line with the defined benefit scheme, which failed because it was not fully funded, it was not supervised properly, and then it was mismanaged. Today on the program, we have the head of the Surveillance Department of National Pension Commission with us. We'll take a short break now. When we come back, we'll give you more on the program.
Do you know there is a new pension scheme in Nigeria? It is mandatory, it is contributory, it is fully funded, based on individual retirement savings account. Under the supervision of the National Pensions Commission, the new pension scheme guarantees lifelong financial independence for every citizen of Nigeria in public or private employment. PENCOM says it's a new dawn. Call the National Pensions Commission now or log on to www.pencom.gov.ng for further details. PENCOM, your contribution counts.
Welcome back, viewers. The program is still Pension Matters. Now, sir, before the break, I was going to ask you the issue of examination. You know, there's need for the National Pension Commission to have constant examination of these pension fund administrators. Right now, I think we have about 20 of them.
No, 21.
21 of them.
21 pension fund administrators.
Yes, pension fund administrators.
4 custodians.
4 custodians.
And 7 close pension fund
administrators. And 7 close pension fund administrators.
Yes.
Well, there's need for constant examination of these operators. So how do National Pension Commission go about making sure they give them the proper examination that will make them be the best that Nigerian people expect them to be concerning the contributory pension scheme in Nigeria?
Basically, we conduct 3 types of examination on the 32 licensed operators we have in the system, which you have broken down to the viewers. These 3 types of examinations are maiden examination, routine examination, and special examination or target examination. So basically by maiden examination, we mean the first examination we conduct on an operator 6 months after its licensing to ensure that everything is okay, is fine, and the thing they say they are going to put in place is really in place. That's the first examination. The second type of examination is routine, which is mandated by the law, because we are required to once every year to examine each of the 32 licensed operators. So that is why it is called routine. The third type of examination is special or target examination. And this type of examination arises where we receive complaints from the public that something is wrong. So we specifically target those areas of complaints. Okay. And in each of these examinations, we come up with a report and recommendation which our management implements to the fullest.
The issue of safety of pension funds. Most pensioners there that have retired under the contributory pension scheme since it was enacted in 2004 and amended in 2014. We have some people who are still having complained that they don't know much about how the money is invested. They don't know much about the safety of their funds with the pension fund administrator or the pension fund custodians. And I don't blame them. This is as a result of the hangover from the defined benefit scheme.
Yes, their money is safe in the sense that under the contributory pension scheme, there are many safeguards that have been put in place. Okay. And the most important and the most visible is the fact that custody of the pension asset has been separated from management.
Great.
Which is not the case in most jurisdictions. In most jurisdictions, you find that the custody and asset management is with one person. Mm-hmm. But in Nigeria, the PFAs do the management while the custodians keep the pension assets. So this is an important safeguard. Then, in addition, the custodians who keep these pension assets are subsidiaries of the leading banks in Nigeria, i.e. First Bank on First Pension Custodian, UBA owns UBA Custodian, Zenith on Zenith Pension Custodian, and Diamond owns Diamond Pension Custodian. So these major banks are required to give a guarantee on the custody, on the assets being held by their subsidiaries to the National Pension Commission. So this is additional safeguards. Then, in addition, the assets being kept, in case the custodian has problems, they cannot be passed as assets.
Oh, really?
Of those custodians, in case, yes.
Truly?
Truly. Yeah. And they cannot serve as collateral for loans or any other thing. So these are excellent safeguards.
I would like to ask this question. Has there been any major sanction done by the National Pension Commission to any erring pension fund administrator?
No, of course, we have even revoked a license.
Oh,
because,
really?
yes.
Great.
We have revoked the license of an operator that was found wanting. We have transferred assets
Good.
of pension fund administrators. And currently, there is also an operator that we have sacked the management and appointed interim management.
Oh, so which means you can do a takeover?
Yes, we can do a takeover. Our law allows us to take over a PFA or any operator that is not in conformity with our rules and regulations.
Thank you very much, sir, for coming on the program. I'm so glad. I'm sure the Nigerian people have now know that their pension contribution is safe and then intact with a pension fund custodian.
That's right.
Those Nigerian businessmen and women that want to become a pension fund administrator have also now known what it takes to obtain a license from the National Pension Commission.
That's right.
Viewers, the program is Pension Matters, and today we'll be discussing issues bordering on supervision, guidelines, and regulation, as stipulated by the Pension Reform Act, June 2004, and amended in year 2014. Now, the National Pension Commission, they are the regulatory body of the pension industry in Nigeria, and we've been discussing with the head surveillance of the National Pension Commission in the person of Mr. Mohammed Yola Dati. He has been able to throw more light on the issue of the safety of pension contributions and again the supervision and the role played by the National Pension Commission to make sure that the operators are well guided. Sir, thank you very much for coming to the program.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate your coming.
It's my
Next
pleasure.
time when we call you, oblige us.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Viewers, the program is Pension Matters, and up now will be Pension Education with Mr. Patrick.
Hello viewers, welcome to this week's Pension Education segment. My name is Ibo Patrick. Last week, we looked at the withdrawal from the voluntary contribution. This week, we shall also look at other forms of withdrawal. Withdrawing from the contributory pension scheme could be as a result of either loss of job. It could also be as a result of the death of a contributor or reaching the mandatory age of retirement, either by your age or your length of service. For the withdrawal as a result of loss of job, now the Act stipulates that after about 4 months of not being able to get another job, that the would-be contributor can actually access 25% of the balance in his or her retirement savings account, referred to as the RSA account. Now, this can be done based on you approaching your pension fund administrator. Now, loss of job here is referred to as either as a result of dismissal from job or due to redundancy, maybe for construction workers, or as a result of one who has been sacked, according to the common language. Such persons, within 4 months or after 4 months of such circumstance, can actually approach the pension fund administrator, and request for 25% of the balance in the retirement savings account, and that money will be paid to you. Now, for those who lose their loved ones who are contributors, the Act also stipulates that the balance in the retirement savings account can be accessed by either the next of kin or the deceased beneficiaries, and this can be done as either way, by meeting the various requirements as stipulated by the pension fund administrator under the guidance of the Pension Commission, the regulator of the industry. It means that you must be able to show proof that you, as the next of kin, is entitled to receiving the benefits or the balance in the retirement savings account of the deceased contributor. You have to present some necessary documentation to that effect, which include probably a letter of administration showing that you are the one, as the true next of kin, and other documents to show that the deceased is actually late, like the death certificate. You show proof of that either an obituary where required, and once all these documentations are made, you can now, through your pension fund administrator, get an approval from the Pension Commission for the balance in the retirement savings account to be paid into an estate account of the deceased, and the whole sum, no matter how much is left in the retirement savings account, will be paid into the beneficiary's account, and the retirement savings account of the deceased will no longer cease to exist. It comes to an end, because there is no way a dead contributor will keep benefiting from the contributions. So that ends that. For the aspect of retirement, either by age or due to length of service, the Act stipulates that once one has reached the age of 50, you can actually approach your pension fund administrator to access your retirement benefits or your pension as stipulated by the Act, either in 3 modes of withdrawal. That is either the first one, which is the program withdrawal, or the program withdrawal with option of lump sum, or the program withdrawal with the option of an annuity. Depending on the one that suits you most, that will be a better option. So next week, we shall be looking at in details what it means to withdraw based on either of the 3 modes. Thank you very much for your time. Have a lovely week.
Thank you, Mr. Patrick, for that pension education. We're so glad that you are always here to educate and enlighten our viewers on issues bordering on their pension. Viewers, on that note, we come to the end of the program for today. That's our package of pension matters for this week. We do hope you will tune in next week, same time, same station, for another educative episode of Pension Matters. Until then, remain blessed. I am yours, Princess Rabi Ibrahim. Enjoy your weekend.